Namaste, I'm Dr. Robert, and today on 5-ish Minutes with Dr. Robert, my subject is the koshas. The word kosha means a sheath, a wrapping, a covering. And the doctrine or the theory of the koshas is one that has been employed to explain how individuals, in particular individual human beings, exist in this world of ours. There are 5 koshas, and they are named according to their chief constituents. The first, and for us most noteworthy kosha, is the Ananda Mayakosha. That word maya is not maya. Maya meaning the force that allows us to see the world in the way that we see it, even though that's not the way the world really looks. In this case, the word maya means associated with, characterized by. So the Ananda Mayakosha is the sheath of food. So that's the physical body. It is created by food, it is nourished by food, it is thrown out of balance by food, and it is put back into balance by food. So we who exist on this plane of the 5 elements, we are very much dependent on food. Jivo jivasya jivitam. Life lives off of other life. So we are always taking substances that had been living beings and putting them into ourselves to convert their integral materials and their prana into us so that we can continue being living beings. So that is the most dense, it is the most filled with tamas of the 5 koshas. It's sort of like the end result of everything that's come before. Just next to and just covered by the Ananda Mayakosha is the Prana Mayakosha, and that is the sheath of prana. Prana is the life force, prana is chi. And so everything that happens in the body is happening because prana is moving within the body. Where prana moves, things move. Where prana is immobile, things become stagnant and obstructed. So the sheath of food, it is true that it is mainly characterized by food, but it is being controlled substantially by prana. And the prana is substantially being controlled by mind. So more subtle than and more influential than the Prana Mayakosha is the Mano Mayakosha, the sheath of mind. And just as the Prana Mayakosha is created out of prana, nourished by prana, imbalanced by prana, rebalanced by prana, this is the same with the mind, except that in the case of the mind, it's not the prana that is the chief substance. It is, and substance because these are all forms of matter, even though they're much more subtle than the matter that makes up our bodies, physical bodies. So in the case of the mind, it's ideas, it's emotions, it's thoughts, it's all kinds of mental things that are filling our awareness all the time. And it is these things that make up the mind, these things that make it, that nourish it, that put it out of balance, that put it back into balance. And where do all these thoughts and emotions and attitudes and tendencies come from? They come from the Vidyana Mayakosha. And Vidyana means a special type of wisdom, generally, but in this case, it is that special type of wisdom that we get by being forced to deal with the karmas that we have performed in the past. So the Vidyana Mayakosha is very similar to, or some people say identical with, the Karana Sharir, the causal body. And the causal body, or the Vidyana Mayakosha, is that which is the sheath of causation, the sheath of karma. All the karmas that we performed in the past, whose the time for which the fruits need to come to us, those karmas are manifesting into the mind, and they cause us to think in particular ways and to put ourselves in the right place at the right time so the result of previous karmas can be delivered unto us. And that Vidyana Mayakosha is structured out of karma. And it is good karmas will encourage it to become healthier, and bad karmas will encourage it to become less healthy. And it's much more subtle, however, than the mind. And even more subtle than the Vidyana Mayakosha is the Ananda Mayakosha. Ananda means bliss. And this is bliss in the sense that there is the potential for bliss, particularly if you can go beyond being limited by it. It is, according to many people, equivalent to the greater causal body. That means the karmas that we each share with the members of our families, our clan, all the people who live in the same locality or who live in the same country, who speak the same language, who eat the same food. Everyone shared karmas of all kinds. These are stored in the Ananda Mayakosha, and especially the karmas of our ancestors. All of these other karmas, they're influencing the performance of our karmas in the past, in the present, and potentially in the future. That influences what we think, how we feel, etc. That controls substantially how the prana moves in our body, and physical bodies, and that causes the physical bodies to behave in a particular way. Understand the koshas, work with the koshas well, and you can assist your entire organism to become better aligned with reality. This is Dr. Robert, wishing everyone a happy experience of reality.